welcome to another session.
Do you want to start it over?
No. Another session with Dave and myself.
Segment.
Alright, now it's been a long day. Alright, with Dave and myself, and with Dave we're going to show you how to make a cellular detox without taking it orally. Basically, we're going to be using oils, and Dave just filmed a list of essential oils that are very powerful at cleaning out cells. We are constantly being exposed to nanoparticles. These nanoparticles adhere to our cells. So these cells have to disperse and diffuse. And the terpenes and the phenols, ketones, they all have healing properties in the cells. So by using specific ketones and phenols, we can clean the cells out, okay? Just by simply making a topical. Before I go on, one of our customers, or people who watch the video, made this shirt. As you can see, I'm just a guy who knows some stuff, and then to your health. Now, she wanted me to wear this shirt. I obviously made it too small, but anyway, there's the shirt. Don't worry to wear it. And also, Dave and myself are considering putting all the videos we've done on a USB and the books I've got, the 3 books that I've published, all in one package. And so those of you who are interested in this, please leave a comment or or send an email or a message to let us know if there's an interest in this. So before we go on, we thought about it. We thought if we put everything in one package and sold the whole kit and caboodle, then you'd have it on a flash drive. You would have the access to the information. You'd have all the access to the information on my books, plus all the bonus books I throw in there as well. Bushcraft, for instance, permaculture. We throw all that in there so that anybody who is serious about being prepared, getting ready for the SHTF, will have something ready. So again, if you're interested, Dave and I are considering doing this. So please let us know. And for those of you in Europe, can't get a hold of me in live living color, there's a buddy of mine there named John, who's got a webpage called www.health-access.com. So we got all the information on this side of the Atlantic, and he's decided to put it on that side of the Atlantic, and I've encouraged him to do so, and I've encouraged you to check out the site and support John in the UK. Okay, and again, www.health-access.com. He's got a lot of good information. He's doing a lot of his own research. He's got a little health food store online. Support him, okay, if you can. And the information, again, is free. Okay, everything is free as far as information goes. Feel free to go there. Feel free to download and access the information. Europe is going to go through some stuff too. I mean, this week the report was Monsanto now has given up on Europe as far as GMOs. The price of food is going to escalate, probably quadruple. They're going to punish everybody for being retaliatory against the genetic modifications of food and genetic engineering. Can the United States start stockpiling their food too? Sooner or later there will be some give on that as well. Prices of food will inflate unnecessarily. There is enough food on the planet to feed everybody 1.5 times a day without genetically engineering anything. Okay, this has offered no benefit to us. It's a form of biowarfare. It has disrupted the bacterial levels of the soil. It has screwed up the genetics of the plants, and there's been hybridization of genetics jumping from one to another. So again, I would encourage you to start stockpiling your food. Buy cans of tuna without soy in it. Make sure there's no vegetable oil, vegetable broth, just tuna, corned beef without any additives to it. Dried milk, dried eggs, gelatin. These are things you might want to consider. If you buy potato in a can, make sure there's calcium chloride in there to neutralize the acrylamide in the potato. These are some suggestions, and again, I encourage you to do this. All right. Now we're going to get into this. Okay, as you can see, we've got ketones and phenols, and there's a list of them here. Dave filmed them at the beginning, so again, go to the very beginning of the video if you're looking for these things. Basically, you've got camphor, which is 46% ketone, and rosemary at 18%, juniper berry. You got you got cedar bark, cedar leaf, tuja, sage. These all have 2 zones in them. Okay. These two zones can go in and clean the skin very prominently. What happens is when you're using essential oil, you have to use a carrier, especially with these type of oils, because they can burn the skin. But what they do is they go into the cell and they go in and they clean the cell. And a lot of you accumulate a lot of Morgellons, okay, from the chemtrails and from the food you're eating, from the nanoparticles, nano silver, nano gold, nano barium, nano aluminum. This is what's in the chemtrails. And your body's overloaded with these metals. And you're overloaded with polymers. Polymers are polymerized biofilm, which layers itself, layer upon layer inside of you. So you need a solvent of some kind to break it down, and you need to give the cells some kind of capacity to clean. I was thinking about sound today. Now, when we look at sound, okay, we look at sound as a curve, right? You drop a pebble in the water and there's these curves, right? Now, when you hear sound, you see them illustrated, you see a curve. Now, what if sound wasn't a curve but a straight line? And what if you had a cluster of cells, okay, together, being hit with sound, constantly being directly hit with sound, okay, or with a frequency? What would happen to those cells? It would disrupt. It would come undone and separate, allowing for better penetration of nanoparticles. That's what happens with smart meter technology. That's what happens with heart frequencies. So, you'll have accumulated these nanoparticles in your system. These polymerized biofilms are growing inside of you from eating genetics, from being exposed to metals, metal estrogens, and other things that can bind inside. So, we're going to show you how to make a simple little formula. And what you would do, basically, is you would massage it into the area, wherever it may be, okay, in your body. And as you massage it, you may find that the lesions and the swelling and the redness and the blemishing will start to break down. Now, before you do that even, I would strongly urge you to take a bath in salts. Different salts, TSP, borax, Epsom salt, table salt, baking soda. Add about a dropper full or about a half an ounce of turpentine, 4 caps of DMSO, and a cup of vinegar. And soak in it for a minimum of 30 minutes. When you get out of the tub, look in an angle. You will see triangular particulates. You may see amber particles. You may see black particles, red particles, blue particles floating in the water. This has been released from the cells. Okay. Now, applying this oil, you will further remove the buildup. Edgar Cayce used to use peanut oil, and used to use peanut oil as a penetrant. He'd rub it on and massage it in, because when the peanut oil had arachidonic acid in it, would go into the system, would actually convert to an omega-6, which is what your body needs to heal the skin. So that's what you need, and that's what he used to do. Now we're going to take his methodology one step higher, or to the next level, or we're going to tweak it, okay? We got a handy-dandy bottle. Open it up. We're going to use, I got 3 oils. We got peppermint, birch, and wintergreen. There's another one here. Green nut. Okay, so let's take a look at them. Okay, wintergreen is at 97% phenol content. Birch is at 90%. Peppermint's at 39%. So you got 3 phenols here. You got 3 phenols that we're going to put together. Now, using a small container, so we're going to put about 3 to 4 drops in there. Now, you can tweak this, okay? This is just for some of you to get started, because everyone's always telling me, can you give us some precise measurements? And this doesn't have to be that precise, because the reason why it doesn't have to be that precise is I make my stuff for myself, and I know what I can tolerate. For a lot of you out there, this is brand new. So you need to realize that, okay, what I'm giving you is a starting point. It's not the end-all, be-all. It doesn't have to be directly follow that line, dotting the I, crossing the T. It's a starting point. Now, if it's too much, go down. If it's too little, go up. You can tweak this, okay? So, I'm going to add peppermint. I'm going to put about 3 to 5 drops. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, Dave's going to keep me in check, because last time I did this, he caught me on the bad count.
Yeah, I'll keep you honest.
Keep me honest. That'll be a first. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, that's birch, by the way. Now, we smell birch. Birch smells like almost like wintergreen. And here is wintergreen. Now, essential oils. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Essential oils. Get what you can get. If you're in the United States, or Acacia, now brand, not bad. In Canada, the same thing. There are better companies out there, but for the common guy who doesn't have a lot of money, these are affordable and they're doable. A lot of the essential oils, the fundamental essential oils like your rosemary, your peppermint, sage, thyme, they're pretty well all the same no matter who you buy them from. Your citrus oils the same pretty well whoever you buy them from. When you get to the more elaborate oils, that's when you want to go to a specialty type shop. I get my essential oils, if I'm looking for something very high end, I'm getting from Herbalist online, because she's got some of the best oils ever. So give her a shot if you're interested. Alright, now I'm going to add sunflower oil to this. Okay? So what we're going to do, ooh, that smells pretty good.
Yeah, it does.
Just going to fill it up just to there for now. And the reason being is, as I mentioned in another video, the early eclectics believed that if you are going to mix something, you have to percuss or mix by a token of at least 20. Okay? And the idea is when you hit it 20 times, this will disperse. So we're going to do it probably about 50 to 100 times. Okay? This is called percussing. Percussing means to strike. Okay, so I lost count. But anyway, I don't know if Dave can see it, but you can see that the oils have fused.
Take it away from that light.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that better? Okay. Okay, you see the bubbles in there? We've dispersed those oils. Now, let's say you've got a lesion. What you do is squirt that out if there's any in there. You say you got a lesion. So put it on, because it's in a carrier oil. And proceed to massage it in, and layer it. Okay, don't just put it in once. Layer it, because you may find by layering it and massaging it and applying, and do it several times, probably 5, 6, 10 times, whatever. You may find after a period of time the oil will have had a chance to work down into the epidermis or into the skin. And if there's anything in there, you'll find all of a sudden you'll be rubbing and all of a sudden you'll feel this grit pop out of into your hand. I don't have anything on me now. I actually pretty well cleaned up a lot of this. But you'll find that there'll be like a grit, a plastic feeling kind of thing. Sometimes like it looks like a long hair or wire. That's a thread. Okay, that's a nano thread that's inside your system. Using your collagen to replicate this. So you may find that these things will come out just by a simple massage. But you really have to work it in. Now, I would encourage you to first take the bath, soak, allow the salts to do their job as far as getting into the cells and pulling out whatever, and then applying the oil afterwards if you like. Now, if you don't bathe regularly and you're just showering, then it will still work, but what you're going to wind up happening is the daily accumulation of the chemtrails that are falling down on you will accumulate. You may rinse some of it off, but a lot of it will get embedded into the tissue, and so the layer of skin that would have, the layer that was already there would have accumulated more. Okay, so again, apply this. You may find that it will be of great benefit to you to do this. Now, once it's done, I didn't bring a paper with me, label it, date it, and mark what you use. Now, I gave you these 3 oils as an example. There's probably about 30 different essential oils on that list. You don't have to use these 3. these oils, when you look at it, it says phenols are known for their cleansing and detoxifying properties. Ketones have the same effect as well. All phenolic compounds in essential oils cleanse cellular receptor sites and detoxify the body in many ways. Cellular receptor sites, and that's where a lot of this crap is binding into you. Okay, so keep that in mind. These oils can be combined by using them in a bath, as a spritzer, a cologne, a perfume. They will assist the body to detoxify and clear out the receptors so that they can better function with enzymes or hormones. The phenols have antioxidant and immune protective properties. You have to remember, we're constantly being loaded with this stuff, so anything you can do to lighten the load in the body will help support your immune system and gives your immune system a chance to develop an immune response to this. Okay? So anything we do that will help strip this down, and your skin is your biggest filter. It doesn't come out your lungs, if it doesn't come out your backside, if it doesn't come out your front side, it's going to come out through your skin. And vice versa. Whatever you will absorb through the skin. We absorb sunlight through the skin. Okay? And from there, it helps our bone density, our immune system, our lungs, our heart, and a whole host of other things. So again, the idea here is keep it clean. Okay? Old biblical reference, he who has clean hands grows stronger and stronger. The idea is if we can keep the body clean and purify it, then we can minimize infection. Okay? And that's what it's all about. All right.
Couple questions, Tony.
Good.
So you mentioned to label it with a date. Now, is there any sort of expiration date on these sort of things?
Chances are you'll use that up before that'll go bad. Essential oils can last quite a long time. What kills essential oils is oxidation and light, and you can see they're all in amber bottles. And so keep it in a cool spot. Doesn't have to be refrigerated. Just keep it in a cabinet, in your medicine cabinet. Keep it in your purse. Keep it in your pocket. Okay, keep it so that you have access. Let's say you're feeling a little itchy. You got this nagging itch. Okay, right away, put the oil on, rub it in. Just keep on massaging. You might be surprised what will come out in your hand. You just might be surprised. Okay, so the idea here is to give you another means of defense to help you out. And you may find you may have polymer patches, which are polymer pools inside the skin. These are polymerized sections of the body where these things have accumulated. This can help break that down. Okay, turpentine can help break that down as well. So will DMSO. All right. Anything else?
The other one was you mentioned about layering. So the first time that you rubbed it in all the way, would you put another drop on and start rubbing it in again?
Okay, like I just rubbed it in, right? It's absorbed. Okay, so here. We'll do it.
How many times would you say is layering?
5, 6, 7 times, whatever. Especially if you've got an area where you're constantly being inflamed, just keep on rubbing it in, you know. Like I said, you might be surprised when it come out of the palm of your hand. Okay, when I first started doing this, I had my lifeline that was full of these stupid particles. And I got my lifeline back. It was almost, they had layered so much into the crack of the line, it almost faded. And as you can see, the lifeline's back. So, just keep rubbing. So rub it in. You know, go circular, because you gotta loosen the tissue, right? So go circular, rub back and forth. Don't just gentle. Give yourself some firm hit with it.
Friction.
Yeah, well, it doesn't, And like I said, and just keep doing it over and over and over, you know. And like I said, you might be surprised. You might feel light hairs touching the hand or the arm. That means you might have had a fiber there that you've broken, you've loosened up. Okay, so this will help some of you that are suffering some excruciating irritation, some pain. This can help tremendously. That's it.
Good.
All right, to the next segment. To your health, eh? See you in a bit.